Every day is a blank canvas. It's either painted with intentional action or left to chance. What you become tomorrow is crafted by what you choose to do today. There are 10 things you must work on daily if you want to master your mind, elevate your life, and become the kind of person others are inspired by. These aren't just tasks, they're pillars of transformation. First, you must work on your mindset. Your thoughts are the steering wheel of your life. Every belief you hold, every choice you make starts with a thought. If you don't manage what you think, you lose control of where you're going. Second, you must work on your discipline. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is bridged by consistent, disciplined effort. Third, work on your vision. Without a clear direction, even the best effort leads to frustration. Fourth, build your confidence. Not arrogance, not false positivity, but the grounded, unshakable belief that you can and will overcome. Fifth, you must work on your health. A strong body is the foundation of sustained success. Sixth, you must work on your time management. Don't let distractions steal your destiny. Seventh, improve your relationships. Who you surround yourself with determines your energy and your future. Eighth, constantly expand your skills. Grow or get left behind. Ninth, grow your faith. Faith in something bigger, in your purpose, in your calling. And 10th, never stop working on your character. When everything else fades, who you are remains. These 10 things aren't part-time jobs. They are full-time commitments. Every day that you neglect even one of them is a day you compromise the greatness within you. Excellence is never accidental. It is a result of daily habits, disciplined effort, and relentless focus. Your mind is your most powerful asset. It can build empires or destroy opportunities. Every action, every emotion, every word you speak begins first as a thought. This is why mastering your mindset is not optional, it's essential. If you don't train your mind, life will train it for you. And life doesn't always train you to win, it often trains you to settle. When you wake up, your mind is already active. It starts generating thoughts even before you open your eyes. The question is, are thoughts empowering you or draining you? If you don't take control early, negativity, fear, and distractions will take the wheel. So, your first responsibility each day is to direct your thoughts. That could mean affirmations, prayer, meditation, visualization, anything that grounds your identity and goals in your mind. But mindset isn't just about motivation, it's about focus. A powerful mindset is not just thinking positive, it's thinking with purpose. It's having the mental clarity to say no to distractions and yes to progress. It's learning to say, this thought doesn't serve me, and replacing it with one that does. That takes practice. It takes self-awareness. But the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. You also need to protect your mindset from toxic inputs. What you listen to, watch, and read either feeds your belief system or corrupts it. If you're constantly surrounded by negative people, fear-based news, or content that lowers your standards, your mindset will erode over time. Guard your gates. Be ruthless with what you allow into your head. Your peace is too valuable to be shared with chaos. Another key to mastering your mindset is learning how to handle setbacks. Life will test you. Things won't go your way. People will disappoint you. The question isn't whether hard times will come, it's how you'll respond when they do. Will you panic? Will you quit? Or will you adapt and grow? The person with a trained mindset sees adversity as fuel. They don't say, why me? They say, watch me. They don't fold under pressure, they focus harder. Mindset is also about long-term thinking. So many people make emotional, short-term decisions that sabotage their future. They let comfort win over commitment. But when you have a long-game mindset, you make decisions based on where you're going, not just how you feel today. That's how you build a life that lasts. You delay gratification. You stay focused on the mission even when the moment is hard. And perhaps most importantly, mindset requires gratitude. Not passive Feel good gratitude, but fierce gratitude. The kind that says, no matter what's wrong, I will find what's right. Gratitude shifts your energy. It gives you perspective. It reminds you that even in struggle, you're still standing, still growing, still blessed. Mastering your mindset is a daily decision. It's waking up and saying, today, I choose to believe in my future more than I fear my past. It's choosing progress over pity, purpose over problems, faith over fear. It's knowing that nothing outside of you has power unless you give it permission. Your mind is a weapon, sharpen it every day. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to go. Without discipline, your potential remains just that, potential. Everyone dreams, everyone hopes, but only the disciplined achieve. Because discipline is what shows up when motivation disappears. It's what keeps you committed when the emotions fade, when it's hard, boring, inconvenient, or uncomfortable. To stay disciplined no matter what, you first need to make a decision. Not a casual wish, not a half-hearted try, but a decision that your goals are non-negotiable. That no matter how you feel today, you're going to take action. Most people make decisions based on emotion. They only do what they feel like doing. But if you're only working when you feel good, you'll never get far. Discipline says, I do it whether I feel like it or not. It starts in the small things. Waking up when you said you would. Finishing what you start. Saying no to distractions. Holding yourself to a higher standard even when no one's watching. Because the way you do the small things is the way you'll do the big things. And if you can't trust yourself to keep the little promises, you won't trust yourself to conquer the big mountains either. Discipline isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. You don't have to be flawless. You just have to be faithful. Show up daily. Take the step even when it's tough. Push yourself when your body says stop and your mind says quit. Most breakthroughs don't happen on the days when you're on fire. They happen on the days you show up in silence, grind through resistance, and refuse to back down. Another important truth is that discipline must be practiced, not just preached. It's a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And like any muscle, the beginning is painful. You'll resist it. Your mind will find excuses. But every time you override the excuse and do what you committed to, you strengthen your ability to win. You build internal trust. You start to see yourself as the kind of person who follows through. And that identity shift changes everything. Discipline also requires clarity. If you're not clear on your priorities, it's easy to be pulled in 1,000 directions. That's why goal setting matters. You need to know what matters most to you, and then align your time and energy accordingly. If you don't set your priorities, someone else will. Social media, entertainment, people-pleasing, procrastination. They're always ready to fill the space. But if you're intentional, you'll train your mind to focus only on what moves the needle forward. Staying disciplined also means protecting your environment. You can't grow in toxic soil. If you're surrounded by people who don't challenge you, encourage you, or share your vision, you will eventually drift. Discipline is harder when your circle promotes comfort and distraction, but when you're around excellence, accountability, and energy, you rise. Your environment should reflect your commitment, not your compromise, and yes, you will stumble. There will be days you miss the mark, but discipline doesn't mean never falling. It means getting back up faster. Most people fall once and stay down. But when you've built a foundation of discipline, you don't wait for January 1st to start again. You reset in real time. You learn the lesson. You recommit, you keep moving. One of the most powerful benefits of staying disciplined is that it builds mental freedom. People think freedom is doing whatever you want. But true freedom is being in control of yourself. It's not being ruled by cravings, distractions, or comfort. Discipline gives you that power. You don't need external motivation. You generate your own momentum. You don't wait for the perfect moment. You make the moment perfect by showing up prepared. And finally, discipline creates confidence. Real confidence doesn't come from compliments. It comes from knowing you do the hard things when no one's watching. It comes from the private victories, the days you chose to write, study, train, or work when you could have coasted. When you stay disciplined no matter what, you walk into every room with quiet strength because you know you've earned your place and no one can take that away from you. Discipline is the quiet engine behind greatness. It's not flashy. It's not always fun, but it works. Stay committed. Stay focused. Stay disciplined, especially when you don't feel like it, because that's when it counts the most. Vision is more than a dream. It's a picture of your future that pulls you forward when the present feels hard. Without vision, you drift. Without vision, your energy gets scattered. But with vision, clear, bold, personal vision, you move with focus, passion, and direction. It becomes your internal GPS, recalculating every time life throws you off course. Every person who achieves something great starts with a vision, not a vague hope, not a maybe someday. A vision so strong that it becomes a reason to wake up early, stay up late, and fight through the discomfort of growth. Your vision must be personal. You can't borrow someone else's purpose. You can't build your future on someone else's idea of success. Your vision must speak to who you truly are and who you're called to become. But a vision isn't just created once and forgotten. It must be kept sharp and alive. Life has a way of dulling your clarity. Setbacks, distractions, fear, and fatigue can cloud your focus. That's why you must revisit your vision daily, not just once a year during resolutions. Every single day, you need to remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. Write it down. Speak it aloud. See it in your mind before you see it in your hands. Keeping your vision sharp also means protecting it from small thinking. Not everyone will see what you see. Some people will try to shrink your dream to match their limitations. You can't let that happen. Guard your vision like treasure. Don't share it with people who haven't earned the right to speak into it. If they don't feed it, they don't need to see it. Let your results do the talking later. And remember, vision requires belief. Not blind belief, but bold belief. You have to believe it's possible before you ever see the evidence. The path to your vision will often be unclear. You won't always know how you're going to get there. But you don't need the whole map. You need the courage to take the next step. That belief, repeated daily, keeps your vision alive even when reality says give up. Another vital part of vision is emotional connection. Your vision has to mean something to you. It has to ignite your spirit. If it doesn't move you, you won't move toward it. Don't chase goals just because they sound impressive or make others applaud. Chase what aligns with your calling. Chase what lights a fire in your soul. The stronger the emotion tied to your vision, the stronger your commitment will be when things get difficult. You must also align your actions with your vision. A sharp vision without aligned habits is just wishful thinking. Look at your daily routine. Does it reflect where you say you want to go? Are your choices in harmony with your future, or are you sabotaging it with distractions and compromises? If your actions don't reflect your vision, it's not really your vision. It's just a fantasy. Integrity between your goals and your grind is what makes a vision real. Sometimes your vision will evolve. That's okay. A growth often brings new awareness. What once felt like the peak might become a stepping stone. Stay flexible, but never let go of the deeper mission. The details may change. The path may shift, but the core of who you want to become and the impact you want to make, that must stay alive. Adapt the plan, not the purpose. You also have to fuel your vision with imagination. See it often. Visualize the outcome you want with intensity and clarity. Feel the joy, the freedom, the success, the impact. Let your mind rehearse victory. What you consistently visualize, you begin to internalize, and what you internalize, you begin to create. Your vision isn't just a future event, it's a mental rehearsal of your destiny. Lastly, surround yourself with vision-driven people. Your circle should not only respect your goals, but challenge you to level up. Being around people who are clear on their purpose will remind you not to settle. Iron sharpens iron. Stay in environments that elevate your thinking and pull greatness out of you. That kind of support keeps your vision alive, even on the hardest days. A sharp, alive vision makes your grind meaningful. It gives you the strength to endure pain, the clarity to say no to distractions, and the resilience to keep going when others quit. Keep your vision in front of you. Keep it burning inside you, and let it guide everything you do, because the life you see in your mind is already waiting for you to claim it. When you commit to working on these 10 areas every day, your life begins to change, not all at once, but undeniably. Success becomes a byproduct of who you are becoming. It's not just about achieving more, but about becoming more disciplined, more focused, more resilient, more grounded in your values. The life you want is not in some distant future. It's being built in the quiet, consistent choices you make each day. Start now. Stay relentless. Become unstoppable.